My name is Kenneth Bird, and my company is Black Series Edition LLC. So, can you pause this, please? I can't explain to you the importance of cases, PC parts being compressed in cases, consoles being compressed in cases, that overheating issues would trigger up all kinds of nightmares. So, I'm thinking, well, first, definitely was a virus that we had a problem with the hard drive. Had to go in there and remove that game out and get that out of my system, because you will get games with viruses on them. Like I had Dreamcast, and I remember you could go in there and you could download other people's saves off their cards, but you had to be careful because you run the risk of getting a virus on your Dreamcast. And yes, people got viruses on Dreamcasts. But a problem I was having, because I'm going back and I'm doing the hard disk recovery, and then after that's done, I'm going through the process of rebooting the hard drive, and for some reason it just would not reboot. Kept crashing, wouldn't reboot. Kept crashing, wouldn't reboot. Now, the hard drive isn't damaged, because if it was damaged, it would come over with the blue screen, smiley face, sad face. You're getting that. It'd be kind of jacked if it was a smiley face. But it's not that either. So as I take apart the system and I go inside, I have a look around, I know that the hard drive is extremely super hot. I mean, it's really hot. And that's not good. That tells me at the end of the day that the hard drive is cooking. It's too hot. And on top of that, it's in these little compressed Dell cases, and it's not enough airflow. And this is the reason why I'm going to have to remove the motherboard and just go in and just basically put in a liquid cooling system. I'm going to have to. Definitely going to have to do it. Definitely going to have to do it. If not, my system's not going to survive. It has to be liquid cooled. So that's the way it's going to have to be done. Whew. Yeah, because the Dells don't let you do this. The Dells will fight you on putting a liquid cooling system in. There's a way to get around it, and that's why I want to experiment with the Dells a little bit more. I think there's a way to get around to run a liquid cooling system on a Dell PC. But this one, I'm going to replace the motherboard. This one's running right now. I'm uploading and backing up files right now. And this motherboard has to be changed out. We have to put a liquid cooling system on it. And that's what happened. The hard drive overheated big time, because they got them in those little compressed cases, and they're just stacked right on top of each other. And yeah, I'm surprised my graphic card didn't burn out. I'm really surprised on that, because it should have burnt out. Get off me. Why you sit under a desk? It's like every wire in the desk must just hook around your feet. You see how close the fans are to this right here? That's even dangerous. And you got it in this compressed case. We've got the hard drive underneath there, and then we got the optical drive on top of there, then the CPU there, and the heatsink. Everything's all compressed. This is almost like a console system. It really is. But it's dangerous because it's going to overheat. And the hard drive was super hot when I pulled it out. Burnt my fingers pulling it out. It was actually that hot. So, yeah, all this has got to come out. All this has got to come out. And it's got to be expanded into a case like that. That's the only way it's going to be to survive. That's why the good airflow and cooling is extremely important. It's going to basically allow your system to live a lot longer. And that's why when I was looking at the PS5, I was clearly stating and saying that it's too compressed. You got serious PC parts in there, some serious parts in there. I'm not a big fan of the hard drive. I don't think anybody's a big fan of the hard drive. But you got a compressed system, and it needs airflow. You need to be an access to clean your system out. I got to clean these systems out. They collect dust. We got air cleaners in there. We still collect dust. So it's very important that we can get access to that. But it's kind of hard to do that when you got to take apart the entire thing just to get to certain areas. So if I do happen to get one, a PS5, if I happen to buy one of these things, I'm taking it apart, because I don't have any other choice around it. If I keep it in the case, it's going to burn on me. I think my whatchamacallit died on me. It did die on me. Damn it. Like, really? We couldn't last long enough to show up the screen? Oh, excuse me, people. And then this, which on top of that, motherboard is delayed. Yeah, motherboard is delayed until, isn't that screen cool? That's actually a screen. Motherboard is delayed until the 18th. Because the person who I bought it from, the merchant, Didn't have enough of them. If you didn't have enough of them, you shouldn't have been selling something you don't have. And Amazon agrees with me. They should not sell things they don't have. So I got to wait till the 18th to get the motherboard. I'm in a rush anyway. I'm really not in any rush. We got the PS4, but I can play that till the time being, so I don't care. But when that comes in, I'll basically get the thing up and ready to go. All the parts and everything are ready to go. I had to order new case fans anyway. Case fan screws, because they're not long enough to hit the case. You can put them through there, but you're not going to put them through there because your screws have to be literally that long to do it. Yeah, see, this is the reason why, I mean, I'm dealing with this right now, but this is the reason why I think from here on in, all my cases are just going to be open racks. Open racks is so much easier to just pull parts off, put them back on, so much easier to work with. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for another couple of days. I'm going to pick up that rack from that store and go out and get my PVC pipe and start building my whole setup for that. Get that thing done and get it set up. Because yeah, I couldn't imagine how in the world. I'm looking at like the 420s, how big those things are. Yeah, would have a hard time finding a case for that thing. You really would. They're big. So we have to do a rack system for that. But yeah, let me get some power for this so we can figure out what's runs off. Let me see. What do we got here? We can run it off. It's like a computer exploded in here. It's like this is where I'm happy. And I got parts laying all over the place. No wires and cables for me to trip over and kill myself. But yeah. This is what on this PC over here. What do we need? Use this. That would definitely work. And yeah, it was overheating. Our drive was overheating. Everything's so compressed. You know what I mean? And then look how close my graphic card, my video card is sitting right next to the power supply. Yeah, that's got to come out of there, man. It's too compressed. It may seem like a good idea, but it's a bad idea, man. It's a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. And you know, when people are sitting there saying, well, you know, PC play gamers. When I bought that system over and I modified it, I knew eventually this was going to happen. We're going to have some problems in there because of overheating. You could feel the side of the case was overheating. When I played games, just going off. Yeah, it's just too hot in there. So I knew eventually they had to come out. And I said it multiple times, like, yeah, I want to take them out of these cases. I'm going to put in bigger cases for better airflow. So, you know, if we got to go through it on our machines at the end of the day, then guess what? It's all the more, yes, you have to come out of the console systems. Before, they weren't building the console systems that powerful. So it wasn't really a big deal about airflow. You said to have it, but it wasn't a big deal. But the more and more they start advancing your systems with bigger and bigger graphic cards and CPUs and everything else going to be put in there, guess what else you're going to need? Better cooling than them fans are sticking on there. And mind you, that's a fan that's directly sitting on top of the CPU and GPU at the same time, but power supplies have to need air. That's why if you notice that on these computers, they're all the power supplies, every single one of them have fans on them. They need air. And for what I got to run pretty soon, that i9 system, it's going to need 2 power supplies to run that PC. I'm literally going to need 2 power supplies to run it. Because I need a dedicated power supply by itself for the liquid cooling system. Then it's going to be pumping a gallon of cooler into that block. And the block I'm actually getting for the i9 is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I want to freeze that sucker. It's not that I just want the cooling system for just the processor. I want it on my graphic card, I want it on my RAM, and I want it on my hard drive. So this thing's going to have 2 liquid cooling systems in it. I'm putting 2 of the 420s in it. One on one side, one on the other side. I was watching a guy on YouTube showing me how to take the cooling system like this and basically uncapping these to modify it to make a system for your hard drive and for your RAM. So the naysayers that get upset by when I talk, if I act like I knew everything, I wouldn't be going on YouTube videos and looking at tutorials on other people building stuff and putting stuff together. Everybody does that. Even people work on cars. They go to car shows, they look at stuff, they check other people's stuff, they got hooked up. And wow, really? You can do that to one of them? I never knew that, man. I had these cars for years, man. I never knew you could do that. You always can learn something new every day. So I go in there and I check out other people that are building on stuff and go, wow, I didn't know you could do that. Like the radiator. I didn't know you could change the color of the radiator. And then I had to go about doing it. I thought I had to take the whole thing apart. You just slid a couple pieces of paper in there and just paint it over top. I was like, oh, that's it. That's all you have to do. That's pretty cool. And paint my radiators now. Nobody knows everything. Only God knows everything. We learn from each other. That's what we do. All right. Oh, let me see. Oh, yeah, we need to fire this up. Another world right now. Yeah, it was it. The first time, like I said, was a virus. The virus did knock it out the first time. And I was real lucky, man. I'll say blessed. Because I could have got that blue screen with that sad face. Ooh, that is not a good thing to see. And you will have a sad face after that. And you're like, no. All right, so what are you hooked to? You both can't be hooked to. Oh, man, really? I hate that. When you pull a cord, it feels like both of them are connected to the power system. Ugh. Well, where's that at? Sorry, people. We're having a bit of a where does this go day. I'm pulling on 2 cables. All right, that one's definitely there. What is this one going to? We plugged 2 of these into the same unit? Oh, what the freak? Why would we do that? That doesn't make any sense. I wonder about myself sometimes. I really do. We got 2 cables. I'm like, one of these got to be loose. All right, so this is a piece of metal that's coated over with the FLE Gamer. And we're going to show off how amazing at 50 lumens. Mind you, my projector coming in is 500. Oh, I got a Dell coming in. It's at a whopping 500 lumens. I love this, man. I'll tell you something. Technology in days can be headaches, give me nightmares, has its ups and downs, it can stress the living daylights out of you, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I freaking love technology. I do. A happy day for me, man, is to be buried in parts. That's it, man. I love it. And then one thing I love about it too, on top of that, I mean, not only do we get to build our own PCs and stuff, because I like the fact of being able to build your own gaming system. I like that. But not only that, is we build our own screens at the end of the day. So I can build my own PC and screen to go with it. Yeah, that was going to happen. We don't have enough cable and cord. It happens, it happens. Oh, I want to set it back here, but I want to lean back. Can we get something heavy on this? What do we got on the desk that's heavy? Oh, another phone. This is a piece of metal. Basically, it's the shelf that goes to my cabinet over there. And I didn't need it, so I just took it out. YouTube. Yeah. And that commercial lighting. Trojan. The FLE Gamer, the Apex Gamer, is a beast. It's on a piece of metal. 50 lumen projector, fully lit environment. It's just like a TV. .4K demonstrations. You got sound for this? I know we do. Now we get people to come and say, but that's on a small surface. We got it over there on a large surface. Did tons of demonstrations over it. Fully lit environment. Same thing. It's a piece of metal. The shelf of my table over there. Man, when I get this PC over there out of the case, I'm doing an open rack system. And I'm putting a cooling system on. I'm putting a liquid cooling system on that hard drive. Definitely gonna put one on there. I'm gonna freeze the heebie-jeebies out of it. See the neon light pushing past it? It cancels it out. It can't affect the screen at all. So they want this technology applied in the restaurant that I was at, because we showed off the gamer and they liked it, liked the colors and stuff on it. So they want it over there. So I spent 90 bucks for that monitor over there. You can get one of these projectors over here, like 20, 30 bucks. And that server is just a piece of metal. You can get a piece of metal at Home Depot for like 7 bucks. It's a piece of sheet metal, that's all. Coated with that technology. There you go. I used to hate it when you'd be loading Windows in and get all the way to 99% and decide it don't want to work. And what in the world is that all about? Yep, I used to hate that. So, if you haven't heard the announcement of what we added to the Apex Gamer, we got a 10 by 20 blackout cloth surface for that thing in there. It's huge. So, comes with 16 feet of LED lights, like you're seeing wrapped around the desk right there. Comes for free. All sound activated. That comes in nicely if you want to hook it up to your PC and add some sound to it. And it comes with a 10 by 20 surface. So if you want to take it outside and game outside or wherever you watch sports, movies, where it don't make a difference, you've got the surface now to go with it. And it's all free shipping. Now, what's the lumen of my projector? My projector is 50 lumens. This stuff can pick up at 50 lumens with no problem. And we're doing this in 720p, 600 by 800 res. And you can see all the light on the desk. Yep. Now, we get this all the time. Just going to add this in here real quick. We get people make gray screen paints. You know, I mentioned in here, we've done this before on the garage, on a cardboard desk. You can do the same thing I'm doing. The only problem is you can't read an Infinity 1 contrast lower, so yours don't pick up. So you can't read a star field, none of that stuff will register. Your screen will wash out, along with the colors. And a white surface will do the same thing too. And if I turn out the lights, which I don't know why we would do that because we're in an office, but if I turn out the lights, you still can't read. Don't even work on the projection mapping equipment I have over there. Won't work on it on a gray screen. Don't even read it. But you can do the same thing I'm doing right now. You can paint it right on there with no problem. The quality is going to suffer. That's what I explain to people. You can see a screen, but your quality is going to be awful. Black background, beta fish. Why don't they just give you 2 sets of case screws in there, like the long ones and short ones? Give me all short ones. Like, what am I going to do with these? I got to go order the screws for that. At least I just ordered a bulk. So I'm using them anyway. Because when we put the radiators in, they got to be done with the PVC piping. The way we have to do it, I have to punch a hole through it. And the washers and everything, nuts and bolts. So I can get that thing to sit up there properly. Now see, that's the beautiful thing about the gamers. The gamers have really high color capabilities. This is the part I don't understand. With the darker grays, how can you be a darker gray screen and you're not ambient light projection technology? That's the first major red flag. Darker screens are the ones that do have the ability to be able to pull up in very well lit environments. But if you're saying your product's not ambient light projection, and you don't advise people to use it in fully lit environments, then how can you make it a commercial product? This is why I said things, when people say stuff and they do stuff, it's backwards. Like 1 minute, they want to protect themselves and because the product's not fully tested. But another way, they want to sell it as if it's something that it's not. You know what I'm talking about from the door. Come on now, it's right on the site. There it says not ambient light projection. None of this stuff is. All right, so the darker products, the darker mixes, they can't be used in fully lit environments. They can't use in somewhat any fully lit environment. And it says it can't be used at home. And this is up to you. It's only designed for commercial. I've never seen it in commercial. I've seen only one person with it in a home, and that's it. I didn't see anything like it had any effect or anything at all. It worked at any other great paint I've seen. But the big thing about it all is that you can't state on my container that it's not ambient light projection. Because that baffled me. I was like, wait a minute, this stuff is how dark? And it's not ambient light projection? How does that even work? That's a big red flag. It's like you're getting a gunmetal and it's saying, oh, it's not ambient light rejection. Like, wait a minute, the darker screen is designed to absorb more light? That shouldn't be an issue, right? Well, we can't use it in a full environment because the screen will wash out. That don't make any sense. So it just chalks it up to, I don't know what I'm doing. That's what it comes down to. This stuff's ambient light rejection. All the gunmetals, all ambient light rejection. Screens we have on site, ambient light rejection. Well, this is FLE now. I think they try to sell as a point as it picks up darker contrast levels, but the big red flag you have there is not ambient light rejection. So the certified screens, the darker screens, they pick up darker contrast levels. But they also are ambient light rejection. That's why they have those massive high gains sitting on top of them, like that 0.9 and 0.8 gains on them, because they can absorb more light. And people got it backwards. I don't know how they got it backwards like that. The higher the white levels, the better your color? No, darker. If that was the case, the white screen would be the most advanced screen in the market. It pulls the highest white screens, the highest white levels. But that is the absolute worst screen you want to use. See how that color pops? I want to play Pac-Man so bad. Can't even go. Motherboard is going to be here on the 18th. Would have got it today. And they sat there and said, well, we don't have them in inventory. Well, why did you order? Why did you take the money if you didn't have it? You can't give me a ship out date if you don't have a merchandise. I give out shipping dates all the time. As a matter of fact, I just came back from the post office about 2 hours ago. So I was able to go over there, drop packages off. I gave out a shipping date. We got the item there. We ship it off. That's how it works. Oh, man. I can't stand people who don't do the business right. Do the business right. Because that messes up everybody else in the process. 4K Snow Screensaver Cottage. Replace file destination. Let's get the file. Completed. 100%. That means all my pictures, everything I have on here, it's now it's uploaded to the flash drive. Oh, we don't need them. We don't need them. We're good. That's all loaded. Hold on for a minute, people. Gotta look at something real quick. I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. I need to go to keyboard. And then what I'm saying, really? Oh, that's not a gaming keyboard. No, it's not a gaming keyboard. What did I ever say it was a gaming keyboard? And one time, this whole video, did I ever mention it needs to be gaming keyboards? They're not gaming keyboards. They're keyboards that light up. So I can see them sometimes. I'm in here in the dark because I like to see all my lights fire up. That's what it is. When I buy a gaming keyboard for the i9, because the i9 is going to be a gaming machine, and the one over here, then I'll buy a gaming keyboard. Sheesh, my goodness. You don't want my business? Get out of my business. My goodness. So oh, by the way, when you contact me, use a real account. Don't use fake accounts at the end of the day. Gee, that's the same guy. Weirdo. Let me see. I need let's see. And remove programs. I need let me see. Oh. No, I want to keep that there. Sorry, people. Let me get this. I'm looking at this at the same time. There you go. This is the Lightform software. Load that in right now. That's my projector mapping application. Backing up a backup on that one. That's a big old file. And then my graphic cards, because yeah, is that we can't get that a hard drive. A hard drive's running right nicely because it's nice and cool right now. But just in case, you never know, stuff happens. So everything's backed up. I got all my passwords and everything. So I've decided to basically change out that one for an M2 solid state drive of 4 terabytes. Then I'm good. I'm just glad that when the system kept crashing like that I found it's not the virus, it's gone. I did a virus check, everything's clean on the computer, got rid of the game, but it just kept doing it. And I'm thinking like, what the heck is causing that? And then I was thinking, oh shoot, hard drive's overheating. So when I go inside and start taking stuff apart, going into BIOS and checking out and see exactly which boot first, see maybe the boot's coming from the optical drive first and then maybe the hard drive later, but the hard drive's booting first. So it's not that. And then when I went to go pull everything apart and went to touch it, it was hot, super hot. And I'm like, oh shoot, it's overheating. Now imagine, it could have crashed, which means I gotta got that nice old smiley face, well not smiley face, sorry, the sad face, saying, well, guess what? Your machine just crashed and do. But it didn't happen that way. That's all backed up. Back of the back. Back of the back. No controls, man. Where are the remote controls? Oh, there. Colors are crazy on here. And beautiful colors. Nothing hooked up. It is hooked up. We can't reach it from here. We can't reach it. We can't do any gaming anyway. I don't have one hand free. Okay, let me see. Here we go. It's tricky. And someone was doing something crazy. The Run DMC is stuck in my head with that. Oh no. That song got stuck in my head. I'm glad it's gone now, but it'll be back again. It'll be back again. TCL 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Make sure my feet are not tangled around cables. Out of the way. Ugh. Can we stay? See, if it was white, and I take a projector and I shove it right up against the screen, which I showed in the demonstration. It's a Chrissy LW505 projector, and I sat it about 2 feet from a screen. Put a white screen up there, put a gray screen. That's 5,000 lumen projector venue. Big boy machine. At 3 feet at 5,000 lumens. So that straight hit contact, when it came back to the projector and I saw it, the gray screen didn't read and the white screen didn't pick up. And it's right on top of you with 5,000 lumens. That's a lot of power. You know, eco mode, straight power hitting the screen and it can't read it. Because again, when your lumen count is hitting the screen, you're washing the screen. That's also considered light. That's why it's a no-no to have your ultra short throw projector on a gray and white screen because it can't read it. That's why when I do smaller screens, we get that whole, well, your screen's too small. It's got to be bigger. Doesn't make a difference. We can make screens 250 inches, 200 inches, 180, 150s. We can make them down to 40 inches, 20 inches. It don't make a difference. It can't read it. Can't read it no matter what projector we use. It's not going to read on a gray and white. They don't pick up. I've had this conversation multiple times. They just can't read it. Oh, what's wrong with the projector? Oh, we snatched out the cord. Where did we snatch the cord out from? Where was it plugged in at? Oh, it's plugged in back here. Let's see where we snatched it out. There we go. Let's see what's going on over here. She's on. And that's what it comes down to. You know, it doesn't make a difference what size screen we choose. And it's off. What kind of screen we choose? See, the battery died. Got that one battery. There we go. Should be the room. We got a nice charge. Here's my charge at. Coming from here to here. Unless, I know what it is. It's the whatchamacallit. It's the that cord. For some reason, I mean that charge on that unit does not work that well. Right into the PS5. I'm sorry, PS4. Let me see. I'm going to show more in the demonstration. PS system should charge it. There you go. So you can't get the fire. Nothing with display. So, you know, people get mad at me about it, but come on, man. I got all these projectors. I do all this testing. I'm in different environments. I know this stuff already. I can't read it. I did all the tests. We got gray screen paint there. We have white screens. We got certifieds there. We got multiple projectors in different environments. We can move in and out and about. So, yeah, we know what's going to move, what's not going to work. I've done these tests already. The dedicated theater rooms, because I had to be on site with dedicated theater, and people had those setups, all that stuff. So, you know, YouTube. So you can preach all you want from sun up to sundown. You really think your gray screen's going to fire up, your white screen's going to fire, it's not working. You're wasting your money on a projector that you can't basically see the true potential what it's designed to do. Let me explain something to you. Online, it is like it's not too hard to sell stuff, but some people are just bent into old traditions. Out there, no. It's so easy to sell stuff out there. It's not even funny. White screen sitting right there. They've been dealing with the same ugly image every single day. It's been there, and they upgrade and get better projectors, and it's still the same ugly image until we go out there and show them different. So that restaurant that has that screen in there, they're dealing with that. That's what they're dealing with. Because this is the way they see it. It's a white screen. That's the first thing to go to. It's a white screen. That's what it does. So we're just going to sit here and eat these onions. I literally just had used that as a metaphor on the whole thing about the whole onion theory, about how, you know, people don't know our technology yet. We haven't really branched out on that level yet. So they're just in there just accepting it, just eating a bowl of onions. It ain't the best thing. It ain't very satisfying. You just deal with it, because that's all there is. It's just onions. There's no other option. Or technology comes in there. We can give you a bowl of apples, bananas, fruits, all kinds of fruits at the end of the day. You can have kiwi. You can have anything you want. You don't have to be stuck with just one thing and just deal with it. You can basically go outside the box if you choose to. And that's what they were going through. And I looked up and saw that screen. I was like, oh, man. And I was honest with her. She said, can you see the screen? I said, no, I can't even see it. She knows they can't see it. I can't see it. And I said, yeah, we can fix that for you. And she said, what do you mean by that? I said, this is my company. I showed my business card. Now, gentlemen, when you flash that business card, you got to back up everything you say out of your mouth when you're talking to the owners. When you're having that conversation, you got to back it up. And they want to see demonstrations. Let me see what you got. There we go. This is the Star Wars screen outside. You show a screen at 180 inches producing outside, you could run inside with no problem whatsoever. Easy cakewalk to do it. And at 180, this screen's nowhere near 180. This screen's something roughly around 100 inches. That's it. So now, because of our technology, they can expand that screen size to not only the 100 inch, they can max it out at 150, because that's what I saw what they can get. They don't want to do 150 inch because they're trying to compress the image. And even with the image at 100 inches, the screen was still a little smaller than that. Because when they try to I know they tried to pan out and try to expand and zoom out, and the image started to deteriorate. So they pushed it in, made it tighter so the image would pull up better. It's not enjoying your whole screen. You're not even getting the whole screen, not even getting what your projector can do. And it's a 4K projector too. And it couldn't even read on it. YouTube.
All right. Here's YouTube.
So because of our technology, they'll expand to 150 inches. They'll display in that fully lit environment. They'll get what they paid out of that 4K projector they got sitting up there. And that thing's going to look like a TV. Because they got TVs on the other side. And it's going to look just like one of them. And then when they saw ad tech, that's it right there. A screen can basically advertise through glass. Yeah. Ad tech will be posting on in October. Ooh, look at this whole Halloween setup right here. No, we're good. "4K Snow Cottage."
Getting that from YouTube.
So that's when I did my research. Walked around Allentown and went to different restaurants and sat down, and I watched all those screens. Every single one of them were white. Every single one of them sit in these really dark, cut-out corner environments, and the screen looks awful. Absolutely awful. So imagine how amazing that's going to look when they got a 150-inch black screen and that pulls up just like a TV. How crowded that environment's going to get. You got a sports bar at the end of the day, and you're afraid to fire up your white projection screen, you can have that in a fully lit environment. Matter of fact, it can go much bigger than what you want to go. 150-inch screen in your sports bar. You know what kind of audience you would dig up at the end of the day that would come here to watch the game at 150? And since our stuff is ultra short throw compatible, because I can't explain that enough for people, bottom line, and skip that option in their screen paint. Most people are going to companies are going to work with ultra short throws. Because then people don't walk in front of the screen, the projector's right there. And with our technology, you can max at 150 inches with no problem. We did it at $60 projector, inside, fully lit environment. So your Optima P2 that says it only does 120, please, you can go way beyond that one right there. You can do 150 easy. What's this one right here? Winter Wonderland. I haven't seen this one. This is different. Oh, wait, I'll get back to this. Make sure we know what this is. All right, 1 hour relaxing? Oh, heck yes. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
You got all the colors here, so we ain't got to go anywhere. See how well the colors look. Told you they can't read. Don't make a difference. And if someone tells you that a gray screen paint, this gray screen paint's going to pick up a little bit. It is. It's going to pick up. That's what it does. It's going to pick up a little bit. But it's not going to match darker gunmetals or black screens. It's not going to match any of that. Let's go right down the row. Now, most likely you're going to run into white screens. So that's what you're going to have. You go to Best Buy, any one of those places, they're going to advise you to get a white screen. And your projector is going to fix the problem. It's going to put all those colors back in. You're going to get your contrast, all that. So that's what we're going to tell you. And then you're going to go home and you're going to set your projector up. And you're going to turn your lights on. You're going to go, oh, man, that's disappointing. And go back over to your box and look at the box and look back at the screen. Like, it doesn't look the same way like the family on the box. It looks different. And you're going to go through your settings, to your projector. You're going to change all that around. And you're not going to change too much because, you know, it's a whole new area for you. Because I was the same way myself. Same thing. The BenQ MS500, the same thing. And then you're just going to leave that alone. And then you're going to go over to your lights and turn your lights off. And see that the image and color improved a little bit better. And then that's where you're going to be at, in the dark. Until you pop up and you see one of my demonstrations of me outside or inside or somewhere in a fully lit environment and go, oh yeah, that's exactly what I want. Like, we can do this underwater. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube. We thought this was a comment. This is a true HDR. Designed for OLED display.
Now, since the people have been scrapping, crying, and whining on my channel every single day, you missed the big picture. You're here to develop screen paints, better products for your customers. You've been so busy cutting corners, trying to show me up at the end of the day, and you failed. You spent more of your time worrying about Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird was not worried about you. Mr. Bird's been working on his technology. I can do both. I can defend my company and I can crush companies at the same time. That's why I have always advanced technology. We got a gunmetal coming up next. We just finished the Quasar, that's done. Now we got this technology, about to have a gunmetal coming up pretty soon, and that new invisible technology is about to be popping off really soon. That thing can be submerged underwater, it does all kinds of stuff. So while they've been out there worrying about Mr. Bird, trying to show me up at the end of the day, cutting corners, trying to be something that you're not, I'm gonna get my work done. Now when my investors come in, they'll see this. And that behind it, screen sitting up there on cardboard boxes. Matter of fact, I was over at City Hall showing off the screen on cardboard boxes. And projected it cost $10. Now we're at 50 lumens in a fully lit environment. That light over there doesn't mean jack. You know why? Because when that fires up, that hits the back of the screen. This is the one that hits the screen. So you can say about how well lit it is. And for those of you who say, that's why I put the white surface up there, so we have a comparison. Because for those people who want to sit there and say, well, you're right up on top of the screen, I could be 5,000 lumens at 3 feet from the screen, and a white and gray can't see it. So at 50 lumens, you still can't read that screen. Now, you see something interesting there? I'll show you something real quick. When I talk about lens shift capabilities and naysayers say there's no such thing, don't you dare doubt my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. If he blesses me with the ability to be able to have a technology that can lens shift and change its contrast levels at will, then I will have that. See that projector's color? See my cell phone? See the screen? Notice how the screen is kind of a dark gray, but it's not really dark gray. It has a really odd color to it. You'll see when you paint it down. It's definitely not gray. But as you can see, the lipstick containers right there are black. So is my cell phone, so is the projector. You figure it out. Yeah, doubt my Lord at the end of the day what he can't do. What he can't do. Ooh, I like this right here. I want this right. I want to get down. No, get back over there. I want to do that one. Get. Oh, really? I wanted that one. I mean, I'm gonna see if they got it in this category. I want to see that.
With Google Workspace, Drive lets you easily search
Look
your
at my
files,
show.
making
I only
videos,
need it for people
PDFs,
making
and
money.
over 100 other file types accessible from wherever you are. That's secure storage made easy with Google Workspace.
Give me another commercial. Don't ask for another one. Please, just give me another one. Okay, here we go. Man, if you ever sit back and just let the commercials roll, because it's supposed to be one, then two, man, they will keep going all day if they can get away with it. Oh, here it is right there. That's what I wanted to see. I can't believe we gotta sit there and wait until. Oh, I never forget it. Everything happens for a reason. Oh, I guess I'm getting upset about it. It happens for a reason. I would have loved to have it in now. I work on a machine behind me, but everything happens for a reason. So I might as well get the board out of there, disconnect the liquid cooling system, clean down the CPU, get it nice and clean and ready to go. So when the board gets here, we can do the swap. And the reason why I don't want to touch the board, because I don't want to mix around and touch something and short it out. Just have it sitting around somewhere, pick up toggle, touch the board. Wait, boards can't short out unless you got power running through it. What am I saying? What am I saying? I'm tired. I'm just so tired. I'm really tired. I'm good. Ugh. I bought a buttload of candy. And yeah, that's what it comes down to. Should have been concentrating on making better screens for the customers. That's why we give away free stuff. I love giving away free stuff. I do. One of these days, I'm going to get a package. I'm going to get a whole projection package. I want the whole 9 yards projector, the whole thing, everything. Came with a cotton candy machine and popcorn maker. But I'm trying to figure out a good size screen size. Because you got to remember, the customer is going to basically, they decide to go with the wide and that 4-inch wide, 3-inch wide, 1-inch high piece of wood. Usually most people do because they want a more heavier structure, especially if you're doing 150 inch. I wouldn't do it at 1 inch. I wouldn't do it at 2 inches wide. And 1 inch high ain't a problem. It's at 2 inch wide, I wouldn't do it at 150 inches. I would do 3 to 4. If I'm building that, that's a really heavy structure right there. So you're going to need a big enough screen to cover that. It's going to have to wrap around the back and staple it down. So 10 feet by 20 feet? Yeah. Yeah, it's plenty enough room to play. Like, you cut it in half, make 200-inch screens, and 200 screens, and go with that. I swear, I think it's a seagull. Seagulls are the most relentless, savage birds I have ever seen. Man, them suckers will take everything and anything from you on the beach. Just scoop down, take sandwiches out of your hand, you got to count your fingers. Because, man, they are relentless. You can be chased by them suckers, and they come in groups. They don't come by themselves. Like, hey, we got food over here. Can't sit on the beach and have a picnic. Yeah, that's crazy. That's suicide. I was thinking about that as one savage bird at the end of the day. And then dare you to swing at him. Because he'll just come back with a bunch of his friends and they'll jump you. Oh man. I like when seals come up on people's boats, because then there's fish there. They know it's there, and they'll swim right up there, and people will entertain it because it's cool. They have a big animal like that sitting on your boat. That is freaking cool. I would feed it too. You know, if there's enough food, animals don't kill each other. People think they just do it for the sake of basically just for the hunt. No, they don't. They do it for survival. When I used to go out there and feed the squirrels every single day, I had peanuts. At one point, I was going online and figuring out what they like to eat because the food I was buying, it just seemed so cheap. So I was buying like 5 pounds of sunflower seeds and some Oreo cookies, which squirrels love Oreo cookies. You can't give them a lot of them. And raisins and stuff like that. Certain things you have in the mix that they like. I watched the red-tailed hawk sit right next to a squirrel and eat. Now, why didn't the red-tailed hawk grab the squirrel and take off? Because he didn't have to. There was food all over the place for him. I used to live in that backyard and nothing but food. Yep. There's so much food out there, it's impossible to be hungry. So there's no. Just when I realized, when I looked out there and I said that red-tailed hawk sitting right next to that squirrel, he could have just took him just like that, but he didn't. The squirrel could have took off, but then neither one of them did. And there's plenty of food. The need for survival doesn't even exist. I think that's the only thing I miss the most about that place is I cannot be able to feed the squirrels anymore. But I can't say anymore. Soon I'll have my land. That's what I'm working for. And get my land, and I can feed all the birds I want. And pretty much anything else. On my birthday, they're going to take me out to an area where they have these medieval festivals. There's Renaissance festival they're going to have, and family's taking me out there. I don't record any of this stuff. This is for me and family. That's my personal life. But man, I'm gonna have a ball. I've been advised not to wear armor, which I was planning to do anyway. Now the one they're taking with me you got to wear regular clothes. Some of the ones they have where you can wear your own clothing and what you want to wear, your night armor and all stuff like that. I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. Getting one of them giant turkey legs. I'm definitely getting one of those giant beer steins. I don't drink, so put my root beer in mine. Thee, they, and thou. How dare you speak to your king that way? Have you gone mad? I shall have you hung by the highest gallows by this evening. For son. Yeah, I'm a ball down there. I love it when they had the Indian guys dancing to this music, but they had the more of the rap music in the background, and they have it where it says at the top, telling somebody to act normal when you get to the party. The guy's just going buck wild. Yeah, that's me. I like that fun. I am not a wallflower. Man, this screen paint is gorgeous, man. We got coming in soon. The cardboard screen's gonna be leaving soon. So I got these screens coming in. They're huge. They're 8 feet by 10 feet. So
I'm Nick DeWork, one of the first members of the American Climate Corps, and I run 3 chainsaw crews.
They're actually like the dividers for offices. We wouldn't convert those into screens. We still got the tiny home screen to do the RV life. We got the gamer screens, which are going to be showing us all pretty soon. A little 50 inches pretty soon with the projectors and all that. Well, that's going to be coming up. I'm going to order my case screws, get that all attached in, get all that stuff rewired in. It looks nice. Pull that whole thing apart. Now, what did that naysayer say? The PC was garbage? That's what he said? Oh, man, you shouldn't have said that word at the end of the day. What did you think that turned it into? Have you seen any of my work? Work is pretty impressive. Seen any of my work that I've done? And the vegetable oil PCs I've designed and built. It's funny because when I was building the steampunk machine with all the huge clock and all that stuff on it, I had somebody come and say, oh, when I first started off, oh, that's going to be nothing but crap. Oh, yeah, I made sure I kept them on my channel. I have a habit of making people eat humble pie. Hope you got a lot of milk, buddy. You're going to eat a lot of humble pie when I get done with you. And if you think that's a crazy, wait till you see what I do with that i9 processor, what I got plans for that. That thing's going to be a monster. I was trying to find any non-server board that can take 128 gigs of RAM, but only the 2011s have it. They're the only ones who have that capability to do it. But it would be nice to have 128. I did 256 already. But the only ones the server boards do it. The highest I can do is 64. I would either go higher than 64. I wish you could. No reason, but why not? I mean, if you can. Philips tiny projector.
Getting that from YouTube.
Somebody put a tiny projector in a computer. Yeah, because that glass we're going to turn it to ATEC technology. We're going to put an image right through it. This Philips, makes these really tiny projectors. I mean, things are small. They're smaller than this. They're tiny projectors like that. Oh man, what we could do with that. This is going to be a lot cheaper than putting in a $3,000 LED screen. Easily. The Pixel Go.
Not so fast. The general's coming with you. Mom, he gave us a break on our car insurance and he'll look after you too.
Yep, with flexible payment options.
Okay, but why is Shaq coming too?
To show you how it's done. For a great low rate, go with it.
Okay, I've seen too much already. Oh, these things have built-in apps in them. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, we can install this in that PC with no problem whatsoever. We got that rack system set up. Oh heck yeah! How much money they want for this thing? So we gotta figure out what theme to go with. I'm still working on that theme. Like I want to do Warhammer, but I want to do Cyberpunk. I don't know where I'm gonna go with that. I don't know yet. I don't even know yet. We don't know. Let me see what it's gonna cost for to put this thing in. Mobile Pocket Mini Projector. Let me see. We're at 50 lumens already. So we are going to get this thing, if it has it, what we need. Mobile Pocket Projector Mini, new Philips Go Pix 1. You got all of that. 50, okay, used on eBay. Ooh, that's how small they are? Oh, we can wire this in with no problem. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, yeah, we can wire it in. We can definitely wire it in. And I got a nice little screen we're going to coat for it. I'm still going to do the steampunk. That's still going to be designed. I'm still building that. Not steampunk, the Fallout. That's still going to be, we're still working on that. We're working on multiple PCs at the same time. And we still got to get this machine going. And this one over here, as you can see, hard drive issue was too hot. So that's going to be done too. I should ice box this sucker. Now I'm thinking about just ice boxing it. Drop a liquid cooling system in there. I got a 240 in this one. That's a 240. But I think I might do a 360. Is it 360? There's a 360. Yeah, 360. And this one over here, a 320. I think it's a 360. And this one over here, to cool it down. And I'm definitely going to put in separate bays to keep everything nice and icy. Because we're not having that issue again. We're never having that issue again. The poor PC was overheating. Poor PC. Let me see. Kodak got a portable one. They got that Pixel. Amazon got is DOP. Oh, yes, this is a good one. See, the ones you want are the ones that are LED and DOP combined. Those are the best ones. That's what I got right here. That's an LED and DOP. They're brighter. The LED ones are just LEDs. They're garbage. Those things are garbage. It's like the equivalent of a Disney flashlight. It's kind of asking for it on too many levels. Yeah, everyone needs this machine. Definitely. This is 11 months ago. So yeah, it's definitely circulation. All right. Most roughly, this thing is probably going to cost me around like $200. They sell for $51 on eBay. Oh, we're getting one. We're definitely getting one. Definitely getting one. We're working on pretty soon a commercial paint too. Commercial screen paint for companies. For them. So that's something else we're working on. All right, people. It's been a long day. An interesting day. Got a lot of stuff done. Had some fun. Walked out there and talked about the Judgment Day that's coming up real soon. Here's we're going to show you what that thing does, because that's an actual projection screen for mapping applications, but we're not done with it yet. That's the stage 1 of the project. It's crazy looking, isn't it? What is it? It's like some kind of computer. Could be an AI computer that I built. It's designed to operate and take over machines, but who even knows? It could be, I don't even know. It's in the weird stuff we build. It could be that at the end of the day. It could be a brain. Never know. Could be anything. You don't know. I had people ask me a couple times, like, what is that thing? I don't know. Could be anything. Could be a brain. It could be anything. I don't even know. I'm just not thinking anymore. Now it's thinking. Not thinking anymore. It's pretty cool, ain't it? Oh. Let's say, are you thinking? There we go. Yep. Now it's a new screen I'm working on. Not a brain. It'd be kind of cool if it was. Kind of looks like one of those something for like Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. You know what I mean? Or something for the what's that they call? What do you call them people from can't think of the name. It'll come to me later on. It always does. You probably know already. But you know what I'm talking about. People that were in the cube. The Borg. There we go, the Borg. That's what they something from the Borg. But I tell you, That was the best episode right there. When Data took control of that ship and took it through the whole eye of the Borg. Boy, he was no joke, was he? Man, he was no joke. He was no joke. I missed that whole... Man, I'm going to go back and start watching all those episodes all over again. I miss that. I've always wanted to watch Star Wars or any form of space show on a giant screen. And it's funny, I had all those giant screens. I never actually watched it. I'm going to go back to watching the old episodes all over again. All right, people. Sorry. I love this candy so much. Buttercream. That'll be all. No, it just took a couple of pieces. You understand? I'm hyperactive. One of these right here will have me charged for the entire day. When I used to work in the restaurant field, man, I could go out and have fun all night. Come back in like super tired. Only thing I have was like 4 pieces of candy on me. I take one of them, boom, that's it. That's all it took. You wide awake the whole day. That's why I don't drink coffee. That's the last thing I can have. Energy drinks, can have those, bad idea. It'll make my heart race. Can't have that. Uh-oh, Taco Cam, you just woke up. Taco Cam. Taco Cam, Taco Cam, Taco Cam. Cam. What's up, Taco? What you doing? In the ears. Hey, Taco. Taco. Hey, Taco. Taco Denario, Roberto Rodriguez Bird. Taco Denario, Roberto Rodriguez Bird. And for anybody gets offended by it, you can't name. Yes, I can. Dominican brothers gave him those names. My Dominican brothers gave him that name. Because his name was Taco when we first got him. And one of my Mexican brothers came up and was like, what's his name? I was like, you call him Taco. And he said, you can't call him that. I said, why? Because it's racist? No, because his name is too short. So between him and my Dominican brothers gave him the whole name. That's how we ended up with Taco Denario Roberto Rodriguez Burger. His name was too short. It's actually on his birth certificate. Isn't that right? Taco Denario? Yeah, I mean, like, man, if you don't get that camera out of my face when I'm trying to clean myself off, get out of my face. See that look he just gave me there? When you be the trolls attack this cat at the end of the day, like they came in there teasing a cat. It's a cat. You don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. It's a cat. But I guess they thought it would hurt my feelings at the end of the day. That's pretty sad, ain't it? Yeah, it's pretty sad. Anyway, he got his jersey that came in too. His Eagles jersey. These are grown men. And not to say women, because we don't have any women to do this. It's just men. These are grown men teasing about a cat. And just when I read these comments sometimes, I think to myself, wow, these people are slow. You're slow at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure you drink chlorine, bleach. Something's slowing down that brain pattern. Why would you think at the end of the day, me, a grown man with common sense, is going to get upset and bothered about someone teasing my cat? He don't care, because he can't even read and whatever he can't do. He don't understand. And I don't care at the end of the day, because again, I know it's not true. Why would I get upset over something? Kids. It's funny. These people are parents at the end of the day. I would love to hear that conversation, you telling your son or daughter why they shouldn't go in and bully kids at school because it's wrong. And yet you do that nonsense. But don't worry about it. God and me got you taken care of. When I see you in court, you're going to have plenty of people you could try to push those shenanigans on too, but in that place, it ain't going to happen. You're going to realize how big a man you are once you hit that spot. Oh, I can't wait for that day. Can't wait. I'm more excited about that day coming than iTech basically launching worldwide. That's how exciting to see my trolls being prosecuted. Yeah, when you go in that holding cell, yeah, you'll be in there with the big boys too. And the problem is figuring out who got more heart. Man. Talk that nonsense in there and see what happens. Get big and bold and nasty with somebody in there and see what happened to you. And my own people said the same thing. The person you dox the address, the other people on the other end, they're like, yeah, they think they tough. They watch your YouTube channel. They do. They know who you are. They watch you. They're like, they think they tough at the end of the day. Okay. All right. When that court came up, the court date come up, they're going to be in the courtroom. They're going to know exactly where you went to, where you're going to be, where you're going to be serving, where you're going to be at. They're going to know. That's your problem at the end of the day. Jeez, my goodness. I tell you, most people are just trying to stay out of trouble. They ain't trying to go through the system and go through all that nonsense to go away. Nobody trying to go through all that crap. Ain't even worth it. Whew. Well, tomorrow morning I got to go over to the police station. I got to file more charges. So, get that done. Go over and call this place tomorrow and talk to them about the letters we got over here involving their business. So we'll have to contact them and talk with the owners over there so we can get that started. Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? Unbelievable. I think when we were talking to the officer, officers didn't give me any. The only advice they gave me is where to go and how to go about it. They're not lawyers at the end of the day. I'm quite aware of that. They just can tell you, well, this is where you go to file this case, or this is where you go to file that case, and go here and there. And judging by what they seen with my pictures being splattered and the way Fernando was using my pictures without my permission, yeah, anybody would say that. You're suing for defamation? Oh, you are? Okay, you might want to take it to the small claims court. If you want to take it to civil court, and you want a little money out of that, take it to federal court. Oh, my goodness. Still, what are we supposed to do with these? Like, okay, this ain't gonna fit to the back. I don't even think that's gonna fit. Oh. All right, I had to go. Gentlemen, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you. Soon, soon. You'll see me in court. I cannot wait to meet you. I told you, man, the day you see my face, your life is over. Just like that. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to present all this to the judge. I can't wait. I want to see what he or she says when they look at the stuff that we had to go through with these people carrying on and acting out. And my family will be there. The people you dox their addresses, they're going to be there. Because they just filed charges. I think one's going to make a trip to California for one person. Because they want him arrested. They want him arrested. They don't want no just wait court date. No, they want him arrested on the spot. You should have known better to post someone's address, man. Why would you post my family's address like that? They're going to come to California to file those charges. They want you arrested right away. Me? I got plenty of time. I got so much stuff on you, it's not even funny. But them on the other hand, they're different. They got people in Cali. They're going to come down there and they're going to basically file them charges. They want a warrant for your arrest. Warrant for your arrest. They just send me up for posting their address. The things we do to get ourselves in trouble. La-dee-da. Isn't that right, Taco? I'm here chilling about me. All over screen paint. You did all that destruction to yourself over screen paint. And the funny thing about it is, you ain't put a scratch on me. Nothing. Not a thing. You'll be sitting in jail. And I'll be still out here doing what I do. You didn't put a scratch on me. Not one thing. Nothing. Didn't bring my business down. Didn't cause my company to cave in. Didn't cause me to lose any revenue. Nothing. Not a thing. All that was for nothing. You wasted your life. That's what you did. The very least of your life that you have, you wasted it. Doing dumb stuff. Man, that's stupid. And didn't do anything at all. Period. Because you can't touch me. I told you I serve at the end of the day. I serve Jesus. You can't touch me. You can listen to the devil all day long. You can't touch me. Anything you try, anything you think of right now, God already knows what you're going to do before you do it. It's already been canceled. That fast, that quick. But I can guarantee you one thing. He did talk to you about the things you were doing were wrong, and you kept on following that road. So now look where you got yourself at. Yeah. And people are stupid at the end of the day. They think I'm joking at the end of the day. They really think I'm behind camera joking that nothing's going to happen to you. Gentlemen, I'm coming for you. No, I'm dead serious. You think I'm going to let this slide? Oh, heck no, I'm not going to let this slide. I'm going to hit you with everything we got. And we're coming for you. You're going to jail. You touch my copyrights without my permission. The reason why I sat there and paid the money out for the lawyers to go in and take care of that, to keep you from touching my stuff. And you go and you flash it all over YouTube like you got the rights to do whatever you want to do. Okay. I'll see you in court. And besides, on top of that, where's the lawyer at? Nobody called me today. At all. Now, the reason why I made that statement, people, is because they talk a lot of trash on YouTube by saying I don't have enough evidence to basically prosecute them. Everybody's seen the evidence. They know I got everything I had there to be to prosecute you very easily. If I didn't, Mr. Fernando, a process server would have never showed up at your front door. It wouldn't be enough evidence to get the process server to begin with. So, with that being said, yes, I can prosecute you and anyone else that touches the copyrights. Shame. You'll be sitting in jail and I'll still be developing technology. Omega will be out, you'll be in jail. For paint. Paint. You know, you could trigger somebody in there from telling you did something stupid to get in there. And you got in there for what? You did what? For what? Paint. What the freak do you mean by paint? You literally, people will get upset over dumb charges. So let me get this straight. There's a guy on YouTube who's making screen paint. And you got jealous over his work. Did you make a better product than him? And you canceled out. Remember, he gave me back my money. And Jordan's going to hear the whole story either way. So we came to buy your product and you canceled out, which means you can't back the product. And if you can't back the product, that means your product's not better than mine. Right? All right. So what did you do next? Went online, did a couple of demonstrations, never had his product. Put some black paint, started a rumor that his product was nothing but black paint, it was fake. He was scamming, ripping people off, got other people involved in that same nonsense. Started going to his, sending stuff to his landlord and sending stuff to people he was working with to try to make him lose jobs and get him kicked out of his place. Had people contact his phone, call him the N-word. Oh yeah, use that one in prison, see what happens to you. You're going to lose your teeth, Mr. Fernando. You let them know at the end of the day that people were contacting my cell phone and call me nigger. You know that's going to be in your report, right? So when you go through that system, that's going to be in that report. Because we make the judge know that we've been called nigger quite a few times. Everything you did, all your charges are going to be on your paperwork and right there. So you're harassed an African American. You harassed me at the end of the day. Because you were mad because my paint's better than yours. And I've given you the opportunity to prove it. I literally sent you certified letters right to your house telling you, hey, don't tear that up, please. Hey, do not tear that up. I would appreciate that. I said, don't tear that up. So I sent you a certified letter telling me to send me black paint, and you didn't send it. Mr. Fernandez, you know I'm going to use that against you in court, right? Anything you say, anything you do, we got a way to shut you down in that courtroom. So what are you going to tell these judges at the end of the day? What you did? So you attacked my company, my family, my friends, because you were jealous because our paint was better. And you're going to jail for that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to cry in court. He's going to cry in court. He's going to cry. I'm going to try to get the judge, make the judge sound like, you know, like I can't help it. Just go ahead, go plead that your brain's not working correctly. Because I would suggest the judge give you a 302. You don't want that. And 302, they can keep you for a very long time. And they'll pump you with so much medication at the end of the day. You got to take it. You have to take it. It's court order. If you weren't crazy coming in, you definitely would be coming out. You want to take that route. And you went through all that craziness you went through for years over me because you're jealous of my products. All that time wasted. And everything you prophesied was going to happen, that you were going to put me out of business, I was going to be homeless, no one was going to be buying my products. Did it work? No, actually, the very thing you prophesied was supposed to happen to me is happening to you. You're going to get an eviction notice, Mr. Fernando. I will contact your landlord. The first process server that makes contact to your front door, it's going to be ordered to get the information of that landlord. Because me and him have to have a little talk. He's going to get you. You're going to leave the building, so you know that. So don't get comfortable, because you're definitely leaving that building. And I'm definitely going to see you in court, and I'm going to see you multiple times. And I want jail time. I definitely want jail time for what you committed against my company, especially in federal court. I should have no problem getting jail time from you for the copyrights. Should be no problem. And you got 2 accounts of copyrights you touched, right? All right then. And as for the rest of them, well, you know what's going to happen to you. So there's no point in repeating it. Your biggest concern right now for the rest of them is Mr. Fernando. That's your biggest concern. Because when he goes in, when they bring him in, he's going to squeal like a canary. I even blame you for it all. He might say it wasn't his fault to begin with, that you guys encouraged him. And other things can happen. Oh, a lot of things will pop up. Are you surprised? Well, they could turn on him and say, hey, look, he just brought it to our attention about this guy at the end of the day. He lied about the whole thing. But you can't get out of that because, again, you're adults and you know the difference between right and wrong. Could have contacted and called me up like adults, not screaming and yelling on the phone and carrying on and acting up like adults. And find out what kind of person I was at the end of the day. But you choose to believe what you want to believe, and that's why I'm going to basically take it all from you. Until then, well, I have my technology, and everything you tried didn't work. That's why I said at the end of the day, Christians, understand this. No matter how big and bad somebody talks about basically trying to disrupt and take something from you in life, understand this, the devil can't do jack at all. The devil's going to turn around and hang the very people who serve him. So, as I said before, some people are their worst enemy. They're out there carrying around doing the devil's work. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before the devil kicks out that chair and basically hangs them. And their time's coming. It's an interesting theory here that every day that I spend on this earth, I get a chance to watch God's work and my technology bloom. I get to watch all kinds of new people. My life start to change, and you know, it's a different environment I'm not used to, but I'm liking every bit of it. Every minute I'm loving it. So my life is just getting better and better. But them, on the other hand, their time is ticking out like an hourglass. It's not something you want to look forward to. What's coming up in the future, gentlemen, is something you do not want to look forward to. Beta fish. One of the beta fish. I heard they can be brutal. Can't have them both together. They'll try to kill each other. Gotta have that separation in the middle till they get used to each other. Oh, beautiful fish. Try to destroy God's blessings. Oh, he tried. When I say he tried, I'm talking about the devil. He tried. He didn't win. And he tried. Just remember, you attacked a Christian. Everything you've done is now going to be for judgment. 2 types of judgment. In the next life and before man. So when we get in the courtroom, everything you've done against me, everything that's happened, is going to be before a judge. That's pretty good. I used to make these things super freaking hot, but they ain't anymore. Whoa! Yeah, that's a little. Let me go. Yeah. 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 That's why people, you get a business, let God handle it. Don't listen to the devil. If I did the same thing they did, they doxed my address, I go out and get their family's addresses and throw them all over the internet. Take their faces, make cartoon characters, do the same thing they did. Call up their phones, because gentlemen, I have your phone numbers, you know that, right? Oh, we got all your stuff. I told you I hired somebody. I got all your information, everything. Everything we need. I don't call your phones. I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't email you with no nonsense. I don't go on your YouTube channel or streams carrying acting up. You never see me in any of those places at all, period. Because I know how to run a business professionally. You guys, in the hand, you don't know how to do that. Got fake copyrights on your website. Man. Oh, wait a minute. Space Invader Extreme trailer.
Getting that from YouTube.
What's the Space Invaders? Oh, yes. It's a good game, too.
You know you could be vaping formaldehyde, which is used in taxidermy. Yeesh!
Oh, that's what I saw. That's what I crept later, and I was like, what the freak is that I just watched?
I thought this was a Carmack. Space Invaders Extreme.
Do we have this? I'm downloading for the other one.
Stage 1A. Right up. Right
Oh, I missed this one. Had the laser on and everything.
Right up. Level up. Right up.
I need a bigger desk. This is not big enough.
Round start.
We need a giant desk. A giant desk! It's not big enough. Hold on. I want a bigger desk. I might get a bigger desk. Yeah, man. I'll tell you one thing, too. My mother, because they attacked my mother, too. Mother's 89 years old. You know, in my neighborhood, and I mean, this is in the Badlands, everybody called my mother Mom. My mom was the sweetest person. Very nice, very respectful, nice person. Man, it gets out that you disrespected my mother like that. What you said, I ain't gonna repeat it. I ain't gonna even say it on camera, but it's coming. You're gonna disrespect an 89-year-old woman, Mr. Williams? And this guy calls himself being a preacher at the end of the day. You got something coming for you, trust me. Yeah, there's some heavy people connected with my mother. These are people who basically, that my mother took in those bad neighborhoods, cooked food for them, bought them nice clothes. Even one of them got them into a really good school. She helped these kids get a better life. Even when they were living in that really rough neighborhood, even when their mothers were on crack and all that stuff they were going through. And these kids were on the path of self-destruction. And my mom took them under her wing and made them her own kids at the end of the day. That's why I said we got a family bigger than Tim. Some of these people they did straighten up and some of them didn't. But they still respect my mother at the end of the day. And that's the person that he felt the need to write some nasty stuff in a letter hoping she would see it. They don't know. But they are going to know. The minute you go into lockup, they will. You gotta be careful how you disrespect people. You gotta be careful how you disrespect people. You don't come at my mother like that. Well, I ain't gonna tell you what gangs are attached to that. No, that craziness. There's some pretty heavy people, but they know my mother because my mother took care of them when they were going through that process, that really bad process in their life, and she took care of them. She's the only mother they got. I already let them know, Mr. Williams, what you did. If we have a problem, Mr. Williams, it's between me and you. That's it. It has nothing to do with your parents. It has nothing to do with your brothers and sisters. And nothing to do with them at all. It's just me and you. That's it. You guys felt the need to try to disrespect me and go outside and carry on and act up. You reap what you sow. Remember that. So, when you're in that situation, when that day comes, remember, you did that to yourself, okay? You remember that. Now you can sit there on YouTube and cry like a bunch of little Karens and go, "Oh, he threatened my life." No. You telling the officer at the end of the day why some particular people are out to break your neck. And you tell them why because you felt the need to attack their 89-year-old mother. Yeah, officer ain't gonna like that too much. You're gonna look at you like, well, whatever happens, what happens. Or you felt the need to dox someone's address and talk trash about them. They just gonna tell you that, look, the best we can do is when they get there, just make sure you call us. That's what they're gonna tell you. So I guarantee you, Joe, because these are the kind of people that'll sit there and do stuff, and then when something happens to them, they'll sit there and cry about it instead of taking it like a man. Take it like a man. Be a man about it. When that process server comes to that door, make sure you open up that door and welcome him with open arms. Give him a hug. Don't go hide in that kitchen. Don't do that. But they're going to tell me everything that happened. Ask me what do you want me to do. If they won't come get it, post it to their door. Mr. Fernando, I'm going to cover your entire door in process serving documents for my copyrights first. Oh, this is looking sick. Now, colors look. And the projectors we got for the screens are going to be, they're 200 lumen projectors. All right, I'm going to do this with one hand. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to do the dungeon. Let me see if we can do this. I don't even know, honestly. Do we have the hold on, let's mix in for a minute. My battery should be good. Put my thing on here real quick. Yeah, if I got a problem with somebody, I take it up with that person. Our family has nothing to do with anything or anything that I'm doing. It's between me and that person only. It's the same thing. My family's like that. We don't do that nonsense. If it's between you, it's between you. That's it. What would I be contacting your family for with that kind of nonsense at the end of the day? She felt the need to contact and carry on with my mother and my family members, which I told you and I warned people at the end of the day, everybody got them. Just about everybody got them kind of family members. You got those ones that you know that if a fight break out, oh man, they're the ones you want to take with you when a fight break out. But you know that you got everybody got them. Everybody got them. Everybody got those people at the end of the day. Those are the ones that'll contact you. If you got a fight or you got a problem with somebody, the first thing they'll say, depending on how bad they are you ready to go to jail tonight? Because I am. I know people like that. Well, just let you know, if you call me up and I got to come down there to take care of this with you, just be prepared that we're going to jail tonight. So just be ready for it. If you're not ready for this, then, just go get somebody else. I know people like this, and I got them in my family. Yeah, something pop off, you don't tell them at all, period. Something goes wrong in the family, don't tell them, don't let them know, because they'll be down here and it'll be far worse when they get down here. Because there's a possibility that you can talk and get the situation squashed. They're not talkers at the end of the day. Everybody got them in the family. Well, who the freak let them know? And those are the ones you got nasty with. Dum sitting up there, face exposed and everything. You didn't even wear a mask when you did it. Oh man, get it. Yeah, that's what I love back now. I got the PS4 controller just right. Turning them corners and trying to break the joystick in. I hope in the end that once all this is done and settled, that hopefully they forget about it. Just leave it be. Just forget about it. So, gentlemen, you have to understand, you got yourself in some real bad mojo messing around with that half of my family. And I just want to see you behind bars. And I want to see you, make you pay for what you've done to my company. That's what I want. Justice. I don't want to see anybody get hurt at all. I don't want to see anybody end up in that situation. And unfortunately, you let the devil get you in that situation. Because the devil knew what that part of my family's about. And you went down that path. But I'm hoping they forget about it. I'm hoping that they're just going to leave it be. And if you're sitting back and thinking at the end of the day, how come they haven't come down there? Well, the reason why is because I had to plead with them to let me get my justice. If they're ticked off, you mentioned some names, and they said, well, we don't know this person. How did they get my information? Because they came at me first. And did you mention it? I did not mention your name. I didn't say anything about it. They dug you up. So now they're going to get a talk with them, so they want to know how they got their information and how they were basically, how do you know them? Who do you know them from? So you're going to have to deal with that. I don't know. I'm working them in there. I don't know what he was thinking about doing that one. And I got some recording too. You might have deleted, I know he deleted the video. The video's gone. But I got a copy of the video. Oop, nothing get it. Come back in there. Ooh. And all these years I've been doing something. I've never met anybody like these people. Gentlemen, and I explain this to you, I explain to you the best way I can. You'll have plenty of time to think about it when the day comes, when you're sitting in that cell. I mean, it's not a joke at the end of the day. This is really going to happen. So, it's interesting how, some days when I'm going up to that courthouse to get this business taken care of, that some days I just don't want to go in. It's not because at the end of the day that I'm afraid of you, because I'm not. I'll walk up to any one of you face to face with no problem whatsoever. I ain't got a problem with that. It's just that I don't want to see anybody go through what I went through when I had to go through the system. It is something, there's no way to describe it. The stress and the mental anguish and it's just so much. It's so much. It's a lot to go through. It is. To just being there, left with your thoughts racing at 100 miles an hour. You know, the fact that you won't be going home, the fact that you won't be seeing your family, the torment and pain of watching people come in that you love and leave, people who passed on and died and you're not there. You can't even go to their funeral. Yeah, it is this painful experience to go through. It really is something you will never forget as long as you live. I did this when I was 16 and got in trouble. Man, that stayed with me forever. It never goes away. It's a part of your life forever. So I didn't want to see anybody go through that ever, what I had to go through. And that's the reason why when I talked to the judge, why it took me so long. Because I want them to know I went through the system. I've been through it. I had charges and all that stuff. And I didn't want to see anybody else go through what I went through. Even when you were sitting there spitting on me and cursing me, I was still denying going in and taking these procedures to go through this. If it was all about hatred, I'd have had you locked up a long time ago. The first minute you touched my copyrights, I'd have had you locked up. First minute you showed my images, said anything about me, I'd have had you in court already. I can't even explain how mental breakdown you're going to have in that situation. There's definitely going to be a mental breakdown. Some people even go into shock. And it's stressful. It's real stressful. Even with protection, and I was protected when I went in. So yeah. Even with that, it's just the surrounding, man. The environment is crazy. I'm gonna go back in the jail. It just came out, just go. It destroyed everything in the level. I'm gonna do that for floor demonstration. Ooh, no, get this one for the dinosaurs. Can I get this on PC? I need to find all the games that I have from my PS system, PS4 system, and see if I can find them on PC. I'm gonna do application update for this. Oh, I'm gonna be here forever. Oh, man. Well, if you haven't been through the system yet, you'll figure it out. You'll find out. I watch those whatchamacallit, people commit crimes and they're going through the process through the system. I don't know why. It's interesting how basically, because you already did it already, but you'll watch, cops. They watch cops. And I remember we used to watch cops, like crazy. I don't know what it was about cops and watching. I don't know what it was. The fact that, I don't know, the irony that you were already in and then watching somebody else get run from the police and be into at the same time that you were in. It's just, I don't know why. Cops was a popular show in there. We watched it every Saturday when it came on. I can never understand the fascination of that. It was just interesting. But now, I like to watch court shows and stuff like that. And people being prosecuted, getting life in prison, seeing the reaction. Because it's just interesting to see all that when you basically have already done it already. You didn't get life, but you've already done it already. It's kind of, sometimes I watch as a constant reminder, like never go down that road ever again. Never get caught up in that nonsense ever again. Is this going to be long enough to let the same kid? What he said, 20 feet. Oh man, this is what I hate about buying stuff sometimes. Man, really, what the freak is this supposed to do at the end of the day? This is not 20 inches. I have to measure this, man. It's like the same size as the other one. I don't know, we'll figure it out when we put the hard drive in. I'm curious. Well, the hard drive and the other one will be a little different. But, yeah. I watch court shows and stuff like that. I like to watch those things. And people go out and they commit crimes and they really don't understand like what is coming. Like they really are oblivious about what is coming up next. And then you watch them go through the whole process. They stick them in the bullpen, that's what we call it, the bullpen, and you just see basically it just hit. Boom. Exactly. When you get time to sit in there and think about it for a while, it hits in. Exactly how badly you messed up. Food is absolutely horrible. I hate it. As a matter of fact, I never really ate the food. I had commissary, that's why. I had $300 on my books every month. Some people took care of me. Put money on my books. I remember when I first went to the store, I didn't think I had any money. And you got $300 on your books. I was like, what? Every freaking month, $300. I ain't spend on that. I don't smoke. The only thing I eat is candy. That's it. And soda, chips. That's basically about it. That's basically about it. Most of it I don't even use, so I just gave it to them. Are you sure? Because, yeah, they take something from me. They don't get it. They only need that for one purpose and one purpose only. That's what they told them to do, and that's what they did. Take it. When I left, I had $1,600 on my books. I just gave it to them. I don't need it. Other people took that money with them. They did better for them at the end of the day. They could do something with it. By doing that favor, I got favors. I don't follow that word anymore. I really died. The minute I walked out of there, changed my life, became a man of God, got baptized on the first Sunday as I promised, as I told the Lord I was going to do, my life died. Yep. That's why I'm in the position I'm in now. Building my company, rising to the next layer. I'm going to retire an old man out in the country in a house I built with my own 2 hands. They follow the devil. They're going to spend the rest of the remainder of life in prison. After you can even get out of the doxing, cyber stalking, terrorist threats, and then the other things they're involved in, still some of them still got them post office mail fraud charges popping up, perjury charges, and the copyrights can't get out of those. First thing people look up, and when they've been facing any criminal charges, they'll Google it. Like, what's going to happen if I lose? Mr. Fernando, you got 63 violations of touching my copyrights. How much you want to bet that you're hit with one of them? And if you hit with 2 of them, that's 40 years right there. If you hit with 3 of them, that's 60 years. You won't get hit with one of them. If that process server, and we didn't run out of time, and we were able to get that back to a judge, you would have been in court by now. You would owe me $30,000. How are you going to explain to the person at the courts that you used my copyrights multiple times and you had the right to use them, but I never gave you the permission? You got no permission, spit nothing from us. How would you have gotten out of that situation? But this is different. We're not going to CCB now. We're going to federal court because we want jail time. The only reason why I did the CCB is because I was trying to keep you out of jail. That's why. But you turned around and got nasty on YouTube and sat there and said out of your mouth that he didn't have nothing against me, he couldn't hold me, this, that, and the other, and you built up this hype around it. So now, I'm going to take you to federal court. And we'll see how much freedom you get, how much freedom you'll be able to obtain when I got 63 violations on my cube alone. We're not talking about the Black Series, which you also touched. Let's see how you get out of this one. And since I already know what I know, I'm going to make sure the process server has plenty of time to get to you. And all that's done and over with, I'm going to erase your very existence of social media. All that goes anywhere. All your accounts are going to go down. I have to clean everything. Get a court order, remove everything. See, problem with Fernando is you give him an opportunity, give him a break, he takes it as a sign of weakness. So you have no choice but to come down heavy on him. That's the only way he'll learn. He's the kind of person that got a nice little kingdom, I mean, but he runs his mouth too much. He talks way too much trash. The bigger army pops up, and they decide, you know what? They don't leave this guy alone. He just talks trash. He's just talking trash. That's all he does. Just leave him be. And knowing this, that this army could have easily came in and destroyed you, you got up there and started talking among your people and carrying on again, showing off and carrying on. I'm like, yeah, they were afraid of me and they didn't want none of this at the end of the day. You know, we were all powerful, this, that. And the other guy here goes, you know what? Okay, well, now we ain't got no choice. He didn't give us a choice now. If we don't attack him, he's going to look like a small, like a punk army at the end of the day, and anyone will attack us. So we have to use him as an example, and they're going to come in and destroy you. But I mean, not normal destroy. I'm talking about beyond destroy. Because you did this to yourself. So we gave you the opportunity when we were trying to take you to CCB, take your copyright claim board, because this is lighter. There's no prison sentence involved in this. But instead of you taking that open opportunity as a, man, it didn't go through, I'm just going to be quiet about this and just let this go. Don't be bothered with it no more. You went out there and basically violated the copyrights again and carried on and act up. So now when my army comes against you, I'm going to wipe you off the face of the planet. I'm going to show you no mercy whatsoever. You're going to go through all 63 accounts of touching my copyrights on both copyrights. And I want to tell the judge, we want maximum of everything. I don't care if you cry in court. I don't care if you beg. I don't care if you apologize. No, you gave your opportunity. Judge took it. Judge had to sit there and tell me one time when I was in court, when I got out, Mr. Bird, I hope I never see your face again. And I said to him, you ain't never gonna see my face ever again. You never did. Kept my butt out of trouble. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, this is new stuff. What do we got here? New stuff. More. Alright, so we're gonna do I'm not doing online, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm trying to get my butt kicked. I haven't really played any of these games yet. We got story. So, can we just go straight to play? Because I don't feel like doing story. Alright, we got Mayhem. Mayhem is 4 players. That's through arcade. Grumpy boy. Okay, he's not. I don't think I'm gonna take the guy with the big axe. There we go. The monster in the back. I'm like, oh, we got Fluffy Boy. This game of paint is sick. Hard drive overheating. Oh, see they put the circle around you? I hate that because you don't get a chance to destroy everything. You can only destroy with what's in the circle. Why don't you show me the rest of outside the city? I can't even get to it. Look at it. That doesn't. I hate that when they do that to games. Oh, that's messed up. It's kicking my butt. And you get attacked by a flying plane. Take that. Yeah, by the power of Grayskull. Take that power of the Grayskull right there. Bing. Take it. Oh, lightning strike. There we go. Take that. We got tanks out here attacking us. Oh, yeah, that's right. We are on an army base, though. Alright, I'll take that abuse. Keep climbing for it. Cut you down the sides, buddy. Oh, we're about to get big. Yeah! Oh, yeah. Oh, we got this. Give me. Oh, I killed him already before I can get that extra bonus. I should take you apart, PS4. Modify you. It's only right. It's only right that I modify you. What can I do with you? Evil Godzilla. Evil Godzilla. Alright, that's fun. Okay, I'm going. I'm gonna sit back and get ready. I gotta go. I got things to do tomorrow. I got the packages out for the customers and all that, get them all taken care of. I got orders coming in for the screen paint. And then we got to turn around and I have to, I gotta get this mess cleaned up. This whole thing is, I got computer parts all over the place in here. It's a mess in here now. So get this place straightened out, get my fans put in there and take apart the motherboard, get that up there and pair it over there and just get everything ready for on the 18th. So we'll get the board in and we can get Retro Boy up and going. Wait, Retro Boy was some transition, did you not? But I'm still going to take the Dell underneath over there some pieces now because we have to cool out that hard drive. We're basically going to put that into a case. I'm definitely going to get rid of the motherboard. I'm going to swap out, get a new motherboard. And then we're going to take whatever leftover pieces we have and build another PC out of that and just use it as a test board because I still want to see how we can get around the Dell's caution alerts. About how we can't change out the liquid cooling system. So I got an idea how to get around it when I was messing around with this PC. So I'm gonna get that done. I'm gonna install my fans and get that all finished. Actually my back fans, but other than that, hope you enjoyed our video. You know, for some people want to sit there and say, oh, but yeah, you know, it does bother me. You know, because I built my company from the ground up. I worked hard to build my company. I really did. Anybody who knows about actually building and sacrificing, to bring your dreams to life, and then you got people want to come in and try to destroy what you built and try to take it from you. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna have my day in court. I'm happy. I'm gonna have these people before a judge, and I'm gonna finally get my justice out of this. And like I said, yeah, touch my copyright. You shouldn't think I'm going to touch my copyright, my work, my artwork. And figure you're going to do whatever you want to do with it. Yeah, no, no, not at all. Period. And the reason why we know that you're guilty and you're afraid, because if anybody else would have felt that we didn't have enough evidence, we had attorney contact us by now. That's why he tried to send us that fake court order. He tried to send some fake nonsense that went through our spam mail, some fake cease and desist letter that the other one was trying to send over. I know what they look like. We send them all the time. So I'm not stupid. My goodness. They just treat people like they're supposed to be stupid at the end of the day. Well, don't worry. I got reality coming for you real quick, real soon. All those think you got, one of them thinks he's privileged. You got privilege. No, you ain't got none of that. Good luck in the prison system because you don't look like the one that the person can hold your own at all, period. Hopefully you don't look like you can hold your own. Good luck in that system. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb. You're not going to blend in nicely, and they're going to notice you. And I got that right. I didn't attack you at all, period. I didn't attack none of y'all. I didn't know y'all. Y'all ganged up on me for no reason at all, because you got jealous over my product, cover Jamie. So, yeah. I have a right, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that day to come in court. Can't wait. And since I've already been through the system, I know what you're going to go through, but you're going to go through far worse. I ain't have it like that because, again, I got family at the end of the day. I was watched over going through. You ticked off mine. And you can sit there and say, oh, he's wishing. No, I don't. But it ain't none of my business. It's none of my business at all. It's none of my business on how my other half of the family handles it. It's none of my business. I ain't got nothing to do with any of that. You should have some common sense, not to mention other people who got nothing to do with our affairs. Well, between what's going on, it's between me and you only. Got nothing to do with any of my family members. So you brought that on yourself. And then want to run Karen and cry on YouTube about how your life is being threatened, this, that, and the other. You did it to yourself. Didn't nobody tell you to be mentioning people's names and putting our addresses out there and carrying on? Anybody else? Anybody. You name anybody. Somebody goes on YouTube, you don't even know, and put your address on blast like that and call your name. What would you do? There you go. They're going to meet up with you and have a little conversation with you. Ask you, like, how do you know me at the end of the day? Where do you know me from? I don't know you. There you go. That's basic common sense. But they did it on YouTube to try to be big and bad and bold. Like, we ain't afraid of nothing. We don't have no fear. He can't do nothing to us. Devil hung you. Yes, he did. We got you. So, I'll see you in court. Now, like I said, if you felt the need that I didn't have any evidence, I'd have an attorney contact me by now. I had an attorney contact me and say, hey, Mr. Bird, if you don't have any proof or evidence against these gentlemen, or whatever you want to call it in the day, who you make all these claims and you don't have any proof, then you need to cut it out. Stop saying what you're saying on YouTube. But if you don't, I'm going to sue you. That's what they'll do. Because it's considered to be harassment. But the problem we have is I have enough evidence to choke a horse. Let's just say a dinosaur with a large, large throat. I got enough, gentlemen. And that's why you can't contact an attorney. And the reason why, because you got to tell an attorney, because if you don't, we will. And the first thing they're going to say is, did you touch his copyrights? And you're going to say yes, and he says, well, from the documents we received from him, those copyrights are real. You're going to jail. And everything he just said is true. I bet you. So that's why I said, have an attorney contact me. I can't wait to have a talk to him. I'll send him all the documents with no problem whatsoever if I don't have enough evidence to prosecute you. There we go. So you know I'm right. All you can do is get on YouTube and act like it's not fazing you. But deep down inside, you are terrified. Because I would be. That's a serious charge. Copyrights. Very serious charge. So, yeah. You can't do anything. You can't at all, period. My copyrights, they belong to me. You touch them, you're going to go to jail for it. That's all to it. And since we have so much, it falls in the category of willfully, which means I can get you per offense 63 times. I can get you at $250,000 per offense. I think it's like 5 years in jail for each one. Jeez, how much time is that? Look at that, 65 times 5 years. Gee whiz. Whew. They can't just sit there and throw them out. They can't sit there and say, well, you know, he's not responsible. He's responsible for all of them. You go out and you take someone's clothing line, like Calvin Klein, and you counterfeit their clothing line. And you make 1,000 of these pair of jeans and you sell them. And you're responsible for all 1,000 of them, every last one of them. Mm-mm-mm. 5 times 63. Mr. Fernando. This is why I explained to you, this is why I did not want to take this to federal court. That's 315 years. The minimum we're asking for is 50 years. We're willing to drop the rest of the charges as long as you get 50 years. We're happy with that. I should be able to get that with no problem. Keep in mind, you still have 2 accounts of post office fraud charges that are already being filed. And then you got the doxing of addresses, and other people are suing you for that. You got the perjury coming up. And then on top of that, the fact that you used the name Frankenstein, you didn't pay them any royalties or any money out for them, so they're going to want something. Using my address and my face without my permission, that's defamation, so I'm suing you multiple times for that. And then there's the slandering, making statements that my products are nothing more than black paint, whatever, and I'm suing you in federal court for $1 million for that. And you'll be facing eviction. So everything you said was supposed to happen to me happened to you. Gee whiz. Yeah, I'm not sitting there laughing about it. Ain't nothing funny about it. He messed his life up. Already proved to you we can come get you with the process server with the first one. Since that wasn't enough for you, I'll just send the rest. I'm going to come out of this. We're already good. We're backed up here on this one. Things. I don't know. I may have mercy on him. You don't know. Give him more, he might even get all that time. Might get some time. You know? But he might not get all that time. God could bless him. But you're gonna have to do something. Even though I became a man of God, I still had to do 8 years and 9 months. I still had to do time. I had to pay for my crime. God knew what I did. I knew what I did. I even prayed and asked the Lord to see if he can get me out of this situation, but I couldn't. I had to pay for it because somebody else got hurt on the other end, and they wanted their justice, so I had to pay. So you're going to have to pay now. You're going to do some time. But we want a minimum of 50. That's what we're going to be asking for. Things may change when I walk into that courtroom. I might just ask for 20 years. And that's better. 63 accounts of counterfeit. No, counterfeit. Maybe more like 63 accounts of copyright violations. Don't even sound good when I say that in my mouth. It sounds absolutely scary. It is scary. It's called willfully. Infringements can be expensive. This is going to be bad. And the crazy thing about it, we even got them touching our copyrights even after I make these statements. He's been going out there and touching them. Because I got people watching his accounts. That's 63 for one of them. 63 for a violation. Yeah, publicly displayed. Basically reapproaching the distributor, performing publicly displays. Yeah, guess what you did? Yeah, without permission of the copyright owner. Go look it up, Mr. Fernando's not a lie. It's a real thing. It's a very serious charge. 63 of them. And that's just the one of them. We got to explain to the judge, like, look, not only did he hit the first one, but he hit the second one too. And we have all 3 of you using my copyrights as a thumbnail for your crowcast, which means each one of you are going to be prosecuted for that now. see. Hmm. Boy, some channel you got at the end of the day. Nobody tell you over there at the end of the day to stop. Oh, but remember, we did send you a letter by the courts. We did send you a letter. So, yeah, we talked to the judge and said, yeah, we did. You get a lawyer. Did you tell the lawyer that we sent you a cease and desist letter telling you to stop it? Or you're going to go to court. This is going to happen. I bet you didn't tell him that. And you can't. He's going to reach out to us sooner or later. You know that, right? He's going to find me. He's going to reach out to me. And when he does, we got so much information to show him that he's going to drop your case. He's going to tell you the best thing he could possibly do for you is try to lighten the impact. But it's bad. I talked to lawyers about it. And they sat there and said, well, hey, at least he enjoyed his life while he had it. Certificate copyright. Second, geesh. One of these is bad. Should have just took the document, man. Should have took the document. I sent you that document. You should have took. We gave you a way out. Gave you a way out. I thought that the document would scare you. I thought that basically you would take it seriously, but you didn't take it seriously. You didn't. Everything I'm saying on camera, I'm going to say before a judge. We literally thought the document was going to scare him. That he was basically going to stop touching the copyrights. And did it work? No, it did not work. He continued on. There's the documents right here showing it where it's dated, where he basically came in and attacked our company, still messing with our copyrights, writing his name on them, writing scammer across our copyrights, posting to his website, posting to his YouTube channel. Yeah, buddy. Butterflies, baby. You're gonna get butterflies. You know what butterflies are? It's when your stomach feels like it's being turned inside out. It's the worst feeling in the world. And we do all this. This is really bad. Now he could be saying he's sitting there because he's enjoying it. No, I'm not enjoying it. You just never believe anybody can mess up this bad. I've seen people mess up, but I mean, come on, man. We gave you every output to get out of this thing, man. And you violated my company at the end of the day. Anybody else would have nailed you to a wall a long time ago. I gave you options to get out of this. I tried. I literally tried. I'm not going to give you any breaks now. We're done. We're past now. We're done. I literally sat there and said on YouTube multiple times I didn't want to sue this guy. I didn't want to have him end up in court. Didn't want to see him thrown in jail. Said it multiple times. And you took it as a sign of weakness. Now I have to hit you now. I have to hit you as hard as we can. So that way, basically, we can send a message across to anyone else who tries it, but we already got plans for the rest of them. But you need to understand. You know, my Lord is telling me, Mr. Fernando, go forth. That's what he's telling us to do. Go forth. You know what kind of person I'm, Mr. Fernando. You know I'm a man of my word. When I told you that I was send a process server to your front door, did I keep my word? So when I tell you at the end of the day, it's going to feel like the sky is going to open up on you. It's going to be bad. I'm not doing this out of hatred. I can't do that out of hatred. God don't like that kind of stuff. It's called revenge. I'm doing it because, again, I have to protect my company in the name of my company. And you show no respect for my business whatsoever. And I've given you multiple opportunities to be able to get out of this situation and you didn't take it. And you can laugh all you want on your YouTube channel. You can. It doesn't make a difference. But deep down inside, you already know I'm in business. And you're going to be evicted. You know that, right? You're not to sit there and say that you caused it. Your landlord can't have you there with process service hitting that property. And he's going to reach out to me. He's definitely going to reach out to me. He wants to know why we have these process servers going to this front door, because I'm pretty sure you're going to lie about it. And I'm going to tell him everything and send him any document he needs at the end of the day to see, and then question him and ask him, what did he know about the copyright violations that was going on his property. Did you have any involvement in this? And he's going to get scared. You know what he's going to do? He's going to remove you. Because it's against, he can't have his neighbors watching these men come up and women come up and serve that door over and over again. He can't have that. He's got to let you go. And you brought it on yourself. You can't get mad at anybody else. You can't get angry at anybody else. Had nerve to do some YouTube video to me. He's warning me. Warning me for what? He turned around and used my face in a video saying, you're warning me? I'm suing you for $80,000 just for that video alone. That picture, I recorded and everything. Took it down to court and filed already against you. You being sued for an additional 80 grand for using my face. Again, multiple times. Here, he's warning somebody. Who are you warning? I got a warning for you, Mr. Fernando. Get an attorney, have him contact me. Because if you believe at the end of the day with all your heart that we don't have enough evidence to prosecute you, get an attorney to call me. You let him know at the end of the day that I touched his copyrights, they're legit, they're registered, and that there's nothing, he has no evidence against me. So if I have no evidence against you, I should have heard from an attorney by now. I'm still waiting. You know, at the end of the day, I'm right. I'm 100% right. You know that. I have enough to prosecute you. Bigger problem you got right now is your marriage. That's one big problem you got. And the big problem you got behind that, Mr. Fernando, is that lawsuit that goes through. You don't have that kind of money, as I said before, to pay me. So when I said I'm taking everything from you, I'm not joking on that. I'm going to clean your house out. There'll be nothing left in there when I get done. Everything in that house belongs to me now. You got a car, you got a bike, whatever, it's mine. You got to owe me a lot of money. You're going to have to pay me up. And you're going to owe me interest on top of interest on top of interest on top of interest. You're going to owe me so much money, there's no way you can pay me. You're talking about $250,000 per offense. You can't pay that at 63 violations. Under willfully infringement, that's what it's called. You don't have that kind of money to pay me. Say we get you at $150,000 maximum. We get you with that. How are you going to pay me that money? Where are you going to get it from? So, since you can't pay me the money, we know you don't have that kind of money laying around. You have stuff. So, I'm going to go over and execute judgment on your property and everything you have, all your stuff. I'm going to just take it from you. Now, somehow, you don't end up going to jail for this, which I have no idea how that's going to be even possible, because there's just too many of them. There's too many strikes on you. And if you are able to get out of this, you're still going to owe me money. You work, I take most of your paycheck from you. You get an income tax, that becomes part of mine too. You win the lottery, it's mine. You get an inheritance, it's mine. You go to a casino and you win $500, it's mine. You have to file for Chapter 11. And you'll still owe me at the end of the day. Of course, they'll pay me up and give me my money right away, which would be nice. So I guess you won't owe me, but you owe them. And that's even worse. So either way, you're still going to owe money. So, I don't know. And this one of your followers are going to pay you up. You got one of your YouTubers, they rich at the end of the day. They can pay me. Someone's going to have to help you out in this. Your family can help you pay that money out. I don't think they got that kind of money laying around. That's a lot of money to pay off. One of these is $250,000. Let's see what it says here, Mr. Fernando. 17 USC right there. That's a good document right there. See, it's right here what it says. Recognize a finding willfully. That's what it's called, willfully. Can be based on either intentional behavior or merely reckless behavior. That's what you just basically displayed when touching our copyrights multiple times and writing all kinds of nasty comments all over our copyrights and logos. don't you? Now, I want you to remember this. This is not going to happen right away. That it takes time for these processes to go through, but it is going to happen. So you know that. It's definitely going to happen. I don't want you to think because no one's come to your door, and it takes a while for all this to come through, but it's already started. So this is definitely going to happen. It's not being done out of hatred, because if it's done out of hatred, I can't ask God for help on this. We're doing this to protect our company because you had no right touching it. We did give you the option to get out of this situation multiple times. I tried my hardest, and you wouldn't take it. So I'm just going to get hit now. Can't be touching someone's copyrights without their permission. Just showing the people on YouTube that, yeah, there we go, all off your channel, touching that cube. And that cube sits right directly on my website, showing the documentation, showing that it is a registered copyright. This is where you're getting sued again. Now, we're suing you for millions of dollars for the Black Series also, too. So you have 2 lawsuits coming to you at the same time for copyright infringements. This is a Black Series. There's my copyrights over there, showing my copyrights are legit. And you went in and basically tampered with my copyrights, calling us scammers over our own name. So, Mr. Fernando, you know that craziness I'm talking about? That's 1 hit. Wait till we hit you with the second one. That's even worse, too, because now you got 2 accounts of copyright infringements on you. This one has 27 violations sitting on top of it and counting. So what are the odds of you getting out of jail? You have done what we call walking through a landmine with magnetic boots. You may get past a couple of them, but eventually you're going to hit one of them. And when it's all it's needed is to take you out. There's the cease and desist order sent by the attorney we contact you with, and there you are again, using my copyrighted materials without my permission, writing scammer and putting it into your website, post it to your website. So what do you think is going to happen to you when a judge sees that, Mr. Fernando, when we go to court for copyright violations? And my lawyer says, Your Honor, not only do we have 1, but we have 2 of them, of Mr. Fernando touching, violating, and slandering Mr. Bird's company. What do you think is going to happen? You're not getting out of that, my friend. And you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. And that's where you're going to be at. You don't have the money to pay me. I don't want all of it and don't care to have all of it, but I do want to make sure that your apartment's clean. I want to make sure all your stuff is impounded and ready for auction to be sold. Unless you got the money sitting around. If you got the money sitting around, you can pay me that money. Then, yeah, I don't touch your stuff. Your stuff can stay there. I don't care. So we got 2 accounts of this. They're probably going to ask for maximum at $250,000. And you got 63 on one of the accounts, right? Phew, man. Sheesh. $63 accounts willfully at $250,000. You don't have that, but you're going to owe it to me. That's for one of them. That's for one of the copyrights you violated 63 times. The other one is 27. That's the Black Series edition. So a number this high means you're going to go to jail. People go to jail for just one account. You go in there and you touch someone's copyright, and most likely they'll send you out a cease and desist order. Most likely, and you remove it. I had to send one out to somebody who had my cube up at Etsy. They were using it, and I had to send them out a letter, tell them to remove it and show them the copyrights, and they took it right off with no problem whatsoever, and sent me an apology and said no problem whatsoever, and that was the end of it. That's it. That's all you had to do. That's literally all you had to do. That's all. But that pride got in there, didn't it? That pride of basically refusing to remove it because, again, you wanted to show your whole YouTube audience at the end of the day that you don't fear anybody. And now what you're going to have, you don't even have that. So is your YouTube audience going to pay for me? Going to pay this? Do they have it? You going to pay me that? That's $15 million. $750,000. Are they going to pay that to me? They're not going to pay that at all, period. So, with a number that high, yeah, you're definitely in a lot of trouble. Touches, copyrights, anytime it was. So, I don't know what's going to happen to you, man. But I know 2025 is going to be the worst year of your life for the rest of them. And me, on the other hand, well, I'm going to enjoy my my screen over here. Let me see. We got to sit on top of the computer. So we got to remove this off the computer. This is my metal screen. I'll go over on Facebook and show this off. Have some fun with this thing. Should have took that. Should have took the court order we gave it to you. Should have took crease and decease. You should have took it. Should have took it. Gave you the opportunity, man. Should have took it. Came from our attorneys. Should have took it when I gave it to you. Why didn't you take it, man? Should have took it when I gave it to you. Sent it right over to you, Mr. Fernando. Told you not to touch it, didn't I? And you didn't listen. So, well, show that to a judge. And keep in mind, in order for me to send that out to you, I got to show them proof that I had this copyright is legit. So the first thing they ask me is, do you have this documented? Do you really have this? Or did you just fake or something you made up? Like, no, I actually have it. Well, you need to send a document over. So I had to send a document to them. Just like with the CCB, they requested my documents. I sent my documents over to them. Just like right now, when we go to court, I had to send my documents over to show them that my documents were legit. Yep, Your Honor, I warned him multiple times, leave it alone. He kept touching them, leave him alone, just kept touching them. He even sent me messages saying, oh, this is not yours. I can use it anytime I want to because you're not using it. Yep. Okay, let me get off this topic. I got things to do. I'm only going to get these fans in here. Kind of bummed that I didn't get my other parts of my PC, so get that done. And I got to be in here to do something. What are we going to do tomorrow? We're going to put the screen together on the 18th, so I don't know. I want to play with that thing. I haven't had a chance to mess around with that thing yet. Yep. It's sad, people. It is. It's sad. There's nothing happy about it all. It's nothing. You think I'm dancing for joy about this? No, I'm not. It's sad. I just can't. What bothers me, and the reason why I talk about this so much, is I don't understand how people can do this to themselves. These people self-destructed over some hatred and jealousy. Jealousy is extremely dangerous. It's very dangerous. I just can't believe it. Like, really can't believe it. Yeah, somebody self-destructed. It's paint, people. It's paint. All this for paint. Because they were jealous. That is crazy. Man, that is crazy. And you see how the devil leads you down that path. I told you. Man, devil's job is not to see the best things happen to you. That's not his job. His job is to get you to self-destruct at any means necessary. To get you in a situation where you can't get out of. That's his job. So when that demon starts whispering in your ear, telling you to do dumb stuff, and you're doing all this dumb stuff, you're setting yourself up for self-destruction. God's there too, because God's the one that'll tell you. That's where you get that common sense. God will come in and tell you, no, it's a bad idea. Just leave it be. Don't go near it. Blah, blah, blah. God will tell you this. But some people are so bent full of hatred and rage for somebody, they just don't listen. They just keep on going. You didn't see the consequences in this, man. You're never going to see your wife again. Unless she comes down for visits to see you. But who wants anybody to see him like that? I put all that in consideration before we got to this point. You got a nice family, man. I'm not sitting out of hatred or laughing in your face. You got a nice family. Why would you mess it up like that? What did you gain out of it all? He didn't do anything to me. Nothing at all. Just gave me a ton of evidence to prosecute you in a courtroom. Yeah, listen to the devil. It's like when the devil told me to go and try to kill that preacher, and I walked into that church. I couldn't touch him. I couldn't lay a hand on him. Nothing. I couldn't even move. My body just ceased to move. Couldn't figure out what's going on. Like I couldn't get my hands to move, my legs wouldn't move. And when he walked back and forth and cross, I couldn't do a thing. He was protected by God. That's one of the things I never forgot about that. When I was out there being evil out on the streets, and I got mad at that preacher for talking to me. All he said was excuse me, and that triggered me. Couldn't move. Couldn't do anything to him. Not a thing, nothing. And then realizing this, that whatever was in me telling me to do this left. Because he didn't want to be there at all, period. He left me in there, and I'm in there basically can't move. I feel like I'm paralyzed from the neck down. I can't move at all. I was scared to death. I don't know what happened. Heart's racing at 100 miles an hour. Like, am I dying? Like, what did I do? Like, I'm just losing it in there. And then all of a sudden, my arms started to move, and I could get up, and I got the heck out of there. Ran down to my mother's house as fast as I could go. Yeah. Can't touch him at all, period. And I kept listening to that demon. I kept listening to him and getting filled by that hatred. And he put more hatred, feeling it. He's adding more fire. More wood to the fire. Just kept adding. And boom, one day he got me where he wanted me to be at. Got me locked up behind bars. So if he thought, yeah, I'll get him in there, let me get him all riled up and get him really, really scared, let him get a lot of jail time. And maybe he'll kill himself. Or maybe somebody will kill him, and then I can get him over here with me where he can't do nothing. Ain't no salvation over there. But it didn't happen that way. Because my mom came in and got me a Bible. Now, I could have chose to put that Bible and flush it down the toilet and go my way with the devil. Or I could have basically read through that Bible and found the Lord. And I read through the Bible. I'm so glad I made that decision. That was the time right there where my life was being decided right there on heaven and hell. Right there. And that sit there in that jail cell when my mother gave me that Bible. And I remember that boy across from me, he had a little southern way of speaking. It was a squeaky voice. And his voice got really deep. It was a change completely. And he turned around and stared right at me. You know how creepy that is when you're sitting in the jail cell and somebody's sitting across from you and they're sitting there having this conversation, talking. The person he was talking to just stopped talking. Like he didn't even hear the way his voice changed, like he was in some kind of trance. It was the creepiest thing I've ever seen. He turned around, looked right at me, and said, "That Bible won't help you at all. You might just get rid of it." That was him talking to me right there. And I'm looking at the other guy. He's just looking straight, like he put him on pause as he was having a conversation with me. And I grabbed that Bible and put it close to my heart because I knew what I was looking at. And the devil was talking to me right there. He wanted me to flush that Bible down that toilet, that little Bible. Because if he knew if I took that, I lost the word. And if I lost the word, then I'm going to be lost in there too also. But I ain't flush it. I kept it close to my heart, and I became a changed man because of that. And that's why I'm here today. That's why I didn't get no 40 to 80 years in prison. I didn't go through all that, what I was supposed to go through. I came out here a changed man. But my fate was decided in that jail cell right there, that minute. What if my mother never came in and brought that book to me? What if she never did? What if my mother gave up hope on me and said, you know what? I got 10 kids. I can let one go. What if she was that kind of person at the end of the day? And she never gave up on her kids, so she came back in and gave me that book. It was meant to happen. It was destiny. So just like it was destiny for me to go through all that to find God, it's your destiny to go through what you will go through. You can't change it. There's nothing you can do to change it at all. Only person that has control over that is God. That's it. So you'll have to go through something in life. Whether you choose the devil or God, it's up to you. But he's definitely going to come to see you. The devil's going to come to see you. The very person that whispers in your ear will be there. God also would be there too. Depends on which one you choose. But remember, gentlemen, you played the game. I played the game too. I played the game. I went out there and did all that crazy stuff and carried on. I played the game. I had plenty of good people who tried to talk to me and try to get me out of the situation, try to put me on the right path, and I did ignore it all. And I had to go through that process. And right there, when I was in that holding cell, there was nobody else in there. It was just me and that guy and the other one. That was it. And they were on the other side. My fate was decided right there at that spot, who I was going to choose. So when you go through your process, your fate's going to be decided too, or who you choose. You better choose God. You don't want to deal with the devil in that place. Oh, she got some pretzels. Why don't we buy any pretzels? We know we snack when we work on stuff. Yeah. Alright, whatever. I'm just going to grab. I'm going to go home anyway. Let's make something to eat when I get there. I don't know. Maybe some spaghetti. I don't know. I'll eat something. I don't care. Got work to do anyway. I'm going to drop on my VRs anyway and just go over there and just chill. Got one big open room with no furniture in it, so I can run around with my VRs. And I got the cable hooked up to a loop screw in the ceiling, so I can run around like an idiot. Have fun. Yeah. So that's what we're probably going to do. I'll run around in there. Well, yeah. It's just crazy, people. It is. Oh well, that's life. That's what it is. The only reason why I'm sitting there like this, man, it just shocks me, man. Through all the stuff that I'm working on and everything I got to keep my mind focused on, and I still got to take time out of my day for this stuff. When you really break it down and everything, it's just stupid. The whole thing is just stupid. Why don't you just take the letter, man? Why don't you just take the letter? Why don't you just ignore all that nonsense on YouTube? Those people pumped you up. Your trolls that were on there, they pumped you up to do a lot of dumb stuff. Ain't nobody gonna be there for you, man. Only person gonna be there for you is God, and that's it. And you better hope when He comes for you to give you that opportunity, if He comes. Remember, not everybody's meant to go to heaven. There's a certain number that's going to heaven. There's a certain number that's going to hell. That's why I'm glad when I was in that situation, God chose me to have the ability to be able to go to heaven. Not everybody's going. So you better pray when you're in that situation that God comes for you. Not that other one. Because I told you before, and I tell everybody over and over again, you are no good to Satan alive. Satan wants you dead. You have salvation. You have an opportunity to be saved if God is choosing you to be one of His chosen while you are here on this earth. But if He gets you on the other side, you're done. There's no salvation at all, period. You're going to burn in the lake of fire for eternity. So I'm so glad that when I was out there, some of the things I think about is the fact that when I was out there doing all that crazy stuff, any given day, man, I could have been killed. Any given day. I could have walked out and just shot to death. I got hit by a car, killed by a pit bull, anything will happen. Those are some really bad areas. Every day, walking in and out of that house, I could have been killed. Going to school, could have been killed. Plenty of times I could have been got hit by in drive-bys, all kinds of stuff. Burying my friends, that could have been me in that coffin. But it wasn't. God protected me through all of that. He knew everything I was going to do. I was going to deny Him. I was going to curse Him. I was going to do all of that. I was going to deny everything about Him. Even try to kill one of His chosen. And He still opened up His arms and let me in. That's why I'm loyal to Him, no matter what. Gentlemen, I don't want to go through this process of basically taking the court and suing you. I don't. But I have to. I don't have a choice. I don't want to sue you and take everything from you, watch you go to jail and go through a system that's going to be unforgiving. But you didn't give me, you never gave me an option. And you just kept pursuing me and attacking me and suing me and attacking me. What am I supposed to do? Just allow you to beat me down into the ground and take everything from me and destroy everything that I built? I'm not going to allow you to do it. And the Lord's not going to allow you to take my blessing from me. So, He just told me to go forth. So I'm going forth with His blessing and getting it done. May God have mercy on you, gentlemen. It's going to be a very rough ride. It is. It's going to be very, very rough. Help people. Got to pray for them. They're going to need it. Me, on the other hand, I got to get back to work. I got things to do. Not worried about the motherboard getting here late. Everything happens for a reason. God, there's a reason why we couldn't have the motherboard today. No, God will tell me we're not supposed to happen today. Okay, I got work to do. I got to take things apart. God bless. Yeah.